Hello good people and welcome back to Level Up Your Chess Tactics. Now I'd like to show you guys a game that demonstrates why Hikaru is one of the greatest tacticians and chess calculators of our generation. This is one of Hikaru's greatest attacking games, kind of, ever. Have a look at this position. Hikaru plays as black. Queen to b6, attacking, also eyeing the dark square diagonal. Rook to b1. We have d takes on c4. Now, never usually good to leave your queen open for discoveries, for x-rays. Knight to c6, attacking this twice, e7, the bishop. And here Hikaru plays rook takes on c6. Did I say don't leave your queen for discovery? So this was played. And I want you guys to have a look at the position. This may be harder or too easy. What did Hikaru play here in this position? What tactic did Hikaru uncork? The answer, of course, is in the game and analysis. Let's boost that ELO. Let's get it.
Round one, fight!
So this game took place in 2007. Hikaru wasn't even a super grandmaster yet in a tournament called Casino de Barcelona, which took place in Barcelona, Spain. White is played by Michal Vladimirovich Krasenkov, and black is played by none other than Hikaru Nakamura, who's only rated 2648 in 2007. Oh, before I forget, if you find this content tolerable, it's helping your chess journey, and you sort of just kind of like it, please leave a like and sub. You have my gratitude. Let's get started. So white starts with knight to f3. This is the ready Zuckertor. It's actually one of Magnus's favorite games. It can transpose to a lot of things that Magnus likes. Knight to f6 by black, c4. This is a very English opening now. e6. Developing also ideas of push on d5. We're not here to talk about openings, but tactical concepts, but sure. g3, d5. Hikaru hits the middle and immediately. Bishop to g2, bishop to e7, castle king. Now we have b3. There's not a lot of pawn play in the middle. You can see there's a lot of flank maneuvering and trickery by the opponent and Hikaru. We're not opponents in chess. Now a5. Hikaru wants to hit the pawn there and immediately. Maybe ideas here on knight to c5. Very King's Indian-esque. Knight to c3, c6. Actually, he opts for a solid defense and counterattack there. d4. Now everybody occupies the middle. Everybody wants the center. Knight b to d7, queen to c2, b6. e4 striking at the middle. And here, bishop to a6, hitting the pawn, pinning the rook there on f1. Knight to d2, we have c5. You guys have to look at the concepts here of kind of pawn levers and pawn breaks. Pawns are the soul of chess. Somebody said that because their moves are immutable. You could shuffle all your minor pieces and your major pieces, but when you push pawns, they dictate the nature of the position. And this is technically central tension, and a move like this destabilizes the root pawn here and allows for activity. However, Hikaru wants to capture it. So, tension's release, e takes on d5, c takes. There's attack here, there's attack there. Knight 2, b5, e takes. Mindful of the fact that diagonal is open. Takes. And then now we have what we call a counter pin. You try to pin here. Rook to c8 pins the pawn. The queen is in fact there, so you can't capture, and this is attacked. He moves the rook. Hikaru pins again. What was, well, basically the game turned quite open. So we have bishop to b2, rook to e8, queen to d1, just removing the queen from the cannon that's in front of it. Now b takes, and we arrive at that position. queen to b6, rook to b1 defending. Hikaru actually just kind of plays chicken with his opponent here because, like I said, you don't want to leave the queen there in front for discoveries, for x-rays and all that jazz. D takes on c4. Now, the opponent attacks right here because this is protected. And of course, if takes and queen takes, that would be fine. But the thing is, after this capture, there's an intermezzo capture and your queen's on prise. So, after takes, bishop takes. That's kind of a free tempo. This is attacked and your queen is attacked. So, you kind of burned a bridge here. What did Hikaru play in this position? Learning and talking about open files and diagonals, Hikaru played in 3, 2, 1. Queen takes on f2, sacrificing the queen. Yep, that's it. And now, king takes on f2. It's basically a whole queen, right? So unless you have a plan and have calculated the entirety of the position, you sacrificed your queen, essentially, right? So how does Hikaru continue? Hikaru continues in 3, 2, and 1 by playing bishop to c5. This is the exit square of the king, right? That's the exit square. And to be fair, it's not this. It ain't it, guys. That's a blunder. The king escapes, and you're down a whole queen. It has to be bishop to c5. This piece is not recovered, but the king's safety is compromised. So, king goes to f3, because going here is an equal disaster. Why is that? Look at all the potential attack. c3 is amazing. That hits. e2 is super soft. Rook to e2. And then you hit there first. So that after takes, check. The king can't go here. King moves there. This doesn't happen in the game. I'm just saying, illustrating. And now we have open check. And now threatening checkmate. In 1, if takes, this is an exit square that does not exist. So, amazing. King to f2, bishop to c5, moves forward. That's your only choice. But then now Hikaru captures with intermezzo, rook to f6. You can't go here or here. You have to go to a light square. Now, knight to e5, check. You can see that these kind of squares are all you got. Rook 2, g6, king to h5. If you can just plug these exits and deliver a finishing blow, that'd be crazy, right? f6, just solidifying this point of no return there. Rook takes. Rook takes, who cares? And now Hikaru plays bishop to c8. There is no safety, essentially. And the concept of just forced calculation and taking away the enemy squares, look at this. If you try to get out this way, you get barbecued with bishop to f2. That's a strong move. And when you get here, you're like, okay, where's the mate? Well, there's a pin. So that's a mate, guys. And you can only delay the position. This is why the opponent, Krasenkov, resigned. Bishop to d5, doesn't matter. You take. You can't delay the inevitable, as Agent Smith would say. And after, say, g5, that's a mate, guys. So, quick recap, Hikaru sacrifices the queen. Why? Because after bishop to c5, that's actually an attraction. The concept of pulling the king here is an attraction tactic. You cannot go to the light squares. You get hit with the discovery. Another hit and check. You can capture here or threaten mate, and the game is over, right? Takes here is a mate. Sorry, so many arrows. Takes here is a mate. It's just too much. So bishop to c5, you move forward. Check now. Capture with tempo. You attract the king further into terrible waters. Check. Solidify this anchor after takes check, and now close the exit. So that if you push here, check, mate. Amazing stuff. And yeah, hope you guys got something out of that. That was a very energetic game. One of Hikaru's finest. And he wasn't even a super grandmaster. Just absurd. Hope you guys got something out of it. I'll see you guys later. Double peace.